Yo, hello there guys, LoL Coach AB here. So right now I want to specifically talk about the rank 1 player that has 2k LP, that's insanely impressive. But the interesting thing is he's not playing jungle, he's not playing mid lane, he's not playing AD carry. He's actually playing support and he reached 2k LP. So I guess people in low elo can't complain anymore, I have a bad team. And if I look at any other like player, you won't really see actually support players at most in like top 10. Look, other guy, I click on his profile, he has a Yumi background, but don't let that fool you, he plays AD carry. Other player, I click on his profile. So more than often, they're gonna be these AD carry players, mid laner, jungles, whatever. But at most they won't be like support players, right? Like at most see like bunch of AD carry players everywhere. So what does this guy do so well that he actually reached 2k LPS support? He mainly plays engaging supports, that's what he loves, and that's what I've been telling people as well. Of course, like engage supports are just super good right now, enchanters are not that big, so probably just go for this type of engagers and you'll be able to rank up. And T1 reached 2k LP, so I guess he just took my advice. Okay. So, let's look at the Rakan. So let's look at his setup. He has Guardian, he has Ultimate Hunter for Ult, Zombie Ward, which is not generic on Rakan, I think. Zombie Ward just lets you to sort of have the Zombie Ward around and you get a little bit of a ability power on Rakan, which is nice. These are his smaller runes, 2 armor and attack speed. Okay, that's interesting. So Font of Life, Bone Plating, Unflinching. Bone Plating because of their strong all-in, of course, right? Well, also this is Guardian is kind of good at protecting, having an extra layer of protection on Zeri, because Zeri is one of those like very big win conditions. She's a very good strong AD carry if she is spilled, and so we can see that he's actually just hovering bot lane right now. He's not really like hovering, defending these areas into a potential invade. They are just like simply hovering bot side. I don't know how to feel about this. I guess they could invade this way as well, so I think that's okay, right? Or maybe they could then just walk into this bush and ward, recall for Oracle, whatever, so that's not like inherently wrong. Now in here we can see it starts with nothing. The reason for that is simple. You can Q or W start on Rakan, sometimes maybe even E. The reasoning behind that is that like if you W in as Rakan, it can get really awkward, because if Alistar presses his Q, she's gonna get an insane trade with Tail of Blade. So W is not usually the most ideal level one, because you can't really E out, so that sucks a bit. So your goal as Rakan is just to mainly Q start and just aim to like basic attack trade. So as you see, he has superior range, right? But he doesn't seize the Alistar. He has like way more attack range than Alistar does. 125, 300, which means he can get free basic attack trades in. He can outspace him, sort of. He also has more speed, so it's easy to do it. So that's what he can do. Look for basic attack Q trades. He even Q started, as I said. And even if guys hit basic attacks you want, some of it, this healing will definitely heal back. So that's, again, like a good thing. It's definitely great. Okay, so Zeri is getting some pokes in as well, because Kai'Sa is rather short range, then she doesn't really function too well if there are minions around, of course. So watch out again, he Q started, so he's just aiming to pretty much just like get his level 2. Look, he's pushing for level 2. And because Zeri's pushing power is so fast, they managed to get level 2 sort of evenly to the enemy team. Now he has to just disengage, because yeah, he even dodged the W, so he timed his W so well in a way that he disengaged, but he also dodged the Kai'Sa W, which is very good. And slowly but surely her mana is depleting a little bit, Kai'Sa's mana, and Rakan is sustaining actually because of his Q. So it's at the end of the ward that he got poked a little bit here and there. Her mana is depleting, she has biscuits, it's true, but her mana is slowly depleting, and Rakan's HP didn't really move too much. I guess like her HP did. I usually like Revitalize so much on Rakan actually, because it heal and shield overall on Rakan, and Guardian also like heal and shields, but I suppose because it's Alistar, he did go for unflinching, so he gets out of his CC easier. They got a LeBlanc as well, of course, so just to get out of the CC, but I'm not sure, like, is that worth? Like, is Alistar has like 3 CC abilities, right? 3 stuns, but is that really worth to go for unflinching? Because the other, like, Revitalize is just so strong on Rakan, right? Might just be worth, you know, like against CC people definitely take it, right? I'm just not sure if it's like an up CC, but so in here he can't really roam. It's like people are thinking maybe he could roam. He can't really roam mid lane because as oh, I had this guy in my game as well. As like LeBlanc is hovering, of course, on the top side of the map, and Yon doesn't really have an insane gank setup. It's kind of hard to get the gank off. So basically, okay, good basic attack Q trade. Definitely can use his Q, his mana, because he's just almost full, right? So we can poke with it, even if it's a tank. Oh, good E from Kai'Sa. That was a very good way to dodge it. Now, arguably, like some Kai'Sa players, right, are kind of smart because they use their E. Like when Alistar walked away, it was a good engage because Alistar walked away to sort of, you know, just ward, right? And that's fine because he has to ward at some point. And in here Rakan W'd in, that was a good engage. Now what would be a very smart thing to do for him, there's like a little mind game he could play in here. We can see I'm gonna slow it down super down. Super slow it down so he engages with W, that's good. And what he could then do, watch. So Kai'Sa can like E forwards, use her speed up ability forwards to dodge the Rakan thing, right? We see like she has a bit of a space. So what he could then do is just maybe predict forwards with his W, right? And then it wouldn't be so easy for Kai'Sa to walk out of it, look. See? Because she was right here. So if he did a small prediction, because usually it's more expected for Rakan to sort of queue like more so towards the area they will run towards. That's why like lots of like Draven and Kalista players just they walk inwards. So that's like a small prediction he could go for. But again, it's really a game of guessing. Like she could really run any direction, you know. But usually Rakan players just W in a certain way, you know, like this, in the way they are running towards. So there's like a mind game, like Wing like this, you know. And as quickly as the abilities, they won't be able to just sort of reactive walk out of it, of course. So like I said, like really just E forwards and hope that he doesn't really predict. Now, even if it hits, it wouldn't be lethal damage, but it would be a good trade, so that's what I can tell you guys for sure. Rakan wants to push forward, so interestingly enough, Rakan didn't really ping that it's warded, because really easily Alistar could ban warded, but maybe he typed it down probably. Rakan wants to push. He W's in and they get a good short trade on Alistar. I just feared Alistar didn't W him or Q him or something, but I guess, I don't know. It's weird. Okay, so he goes in. So I feel like the enemy jungler is, yeah, he's around the corner. So do they get one kill? Do they... He W's, good W, he heals with Q. He flashes for the healing. Does that say it didn't say it? Then probably it wasn't worth, right? Then probably it wasn't worth, So the main issue was like, let's go back in the time, so what they could then do differently, right? So this is kind of a baity position, so you could then maybe ping Zeri's ward and they could then walk upwards to ward, because if Alistar is here and they walk upwards to ward into Y, then Alistar can't really like collapse on them, right? Because if Y is there alone, then Y can't do much, right? So that's what they could then arguably do to just avoid the situation as a whole, you know, just like leave a ward, you know, it's not a big deal. I know that the wave won't be shoved as fast as possible, but I think she had no mana for E. This cost like 90, She couldn't like eat the ball. Yeah, so probably the flash wasn't worth, because we all know that Cassius W does lots of damage based on missing HP, right? Which is just means that that kills anyways. Sadly, I don't know why does he Q max. Is there like a point in it, or I don't really get it. I mean, it definitely like provides more damage and cooldown, but the healing scales with levels. Usually people W max on Rakan, but I assume Q does similar damage if it's maxed, right? I guess it's a bit better if you wanna just solely poke, I assume, in lane. I don't quite know the point of it. So he did flash W in here, but wait. Oh, he wanted to block the Kai'Sa W, but it wasn't well timed. Okay. So did you guys see that? He wanted to block the Kai'Sa W, but it wasn't well timed, and because it wasn't well timed the flash, she died. But it was good what he did. It was just a millisecond of look. Like he wanted to block the Kai'Sa W, but Kai'Sa W flashed. Watch, and so he tried to react to it, the Rakan, but it was just a millisecond late. So it wasn't like inherently wrong what he did, because he didn't really flash to heal with Q. He flashed to tank, to heal with Q, of course, but to tank the W. But it was just a slight millisecond off. We could arguably say that it should ban hit Rakan, but it didn't hit box. It's just a very nice situation, right? It's just a very nice situation. It's just like it's just some milliseconds, right, guys? Like it's hard to get always the perfect timing. I think it's a bit lucky, you know. Like I think it's a bit lucky, you know. But yeah, like it's definitely good that he did predict the Kai'Sa flash W there, right? Ooh, these rocks are kinda cool, huh? Prestige rocks. Ooh, W, he connects W. He even walked out of Kai'Sa basic attack range because maybe she could then find lethal damage on her. So that's a very important thing to do. Just don't press forward. You hit your W, that's good, but don't push forwards because Kai'Sa with lethal tempo and Q and all that, I mean Halo Blades, passive Q and all that, she can kill you really easily. So look like she's spacing out, she's walking out, she's healing. He's body blocking a little with the Talia, which is a bit bad because her movement gonna be a bit slower towards the Kai'Sa, which is a bit bad, but it should be fine. It's just not really good if you're body blocking your own teammate, because it's just a little bit, but you're gonna slow them down. So if you can, just don't do that, you know. But he's kind of like perma body blocking. It's fine, I think. It's fine though, because they pick him up anyways. And so let's see forward. Let's see what's going on when he's getting some type of kills. So again, is let's just reveal our side, of course, right? So right now we see Rakan, right? You just walk. Like people are thinking of roams. Like roams are kind of bad. For example, if you think of roams, because right now Olaf is not too roamable on. Jax has to recall. Also, like mid is not too roamable, so he goes bot lane. Just if anybody is asking themselves questions why he's not roaming or something. Usually in low it is definitely more recommended to get mid roam solved, but it's kind of like an Igila. People are gonna respect that. People are gonna play around that, of course. So I went for a W, but these Ws are a bit weird. Do you guys know why do I say that? Because Alistar is never using his Q and W into it. Like, did you guys notice it? I think it's a bit weird, no? Because in there, if he queued, just maybe it wouldn't be so awkward. Or he can also even cancel, of course, like Rakan's W with his Q if he predicts it, or he can W him away, of course, which is a consistent way to counter it. I'm just not sure how does the Alistar get permacut. Like at least once he should actually like W Rakan's W, you know. It's just weird that he never really does that. It's something you gotta react or predict to, of course, as Alistar. If you smash your W forwards when you feel like Rakan, like let's say you're here, you know, you're Alistar, just an example, and Rakan wants to W in. If you just smash W, press W and click in front of you, then that's gonna like push him automatically away when he wants to W in. So you can just smash the button, you know. You can like kind of button smash. Okay, so what do we do here? We are recalling. We are pretty much just. What's written there? Pack clone. Oh, good all in Alistar. Hey yo, wait, what? Hey yo, what? How did he escape so low HP though? So, good W, right? Good E into a W, so he buffered it inside of his E, his W, so it's a bit faster. But in here he could then swing in an extra auto attack instead of using his Q, no? E, I mean. Because then we don't get into this situation where he doesn't dice actually entirely as tools, but because like he can like E anyways later on or heal later on the Talia if she has a bit of a missing HP. It's probably like that basic attack in this situation would be a bit better, right? This is small basic, you know, like you don't really have to like dodge his Q or something as Rakan. If you can swing into the auto attack it should be fine, you know. But it's just again like one of those like niche situations, but you see like it does matter the basic attack in here. No roams yet. Mainly it's kind of hard to like roam anywhere, so he pretty much just plays as consistently as possible. Now one weird thing to point out, he doesn't play Hex Flash, but I think Hex Flash is such a good thing on Rakan. Like you can literally like, you know, Hex Flash ult W something. I think that's a very big thing on Rakan. I think he does play Hex Flash on Alistar, but I think Hex Flash does have its place on Rakan. What do you guys think about this? Just cause like you can like flash through walls and go for unexpected W's, you know, and I think like your roams and your bush hex flash W engages are more so there, you know, instead of just like not having it, you know, like because all of like zombie part and ultimate hunter, I guess like ultimate hunter is nice for more snowballiness, right? Like more ults, more kills, right? So if they are very squishy and one ult W means a kill, then definitely it's probably not bad. It's probably not bad. Wow, how is Alistar 6 when he died so many times? Died twice and Rakan died 0 times and he's 6. I guess he like soaked XP from someplace. He probably soaked... he's just probably soaked some XP from random places. Rakan's ult does not do much damage, do you guys notice? It's just 106, it's not much damage. It's kind of like a lower damage, high on CC supportive champion, right? It's kind of like a combination of an engager and an enchanter, that's why like Rakan is just so good. So even soaking XP there to get his 6. So as fast as possible he should aim to get his 6 in my opinion. He probably gets 6 of the bot wave. So before the Drake fight we have that... wow. Okay, so we actually have Zeri collapsing. Yeah, the Zeri collapsing, huh? So everybody they're just trapping them of course, right? They're picking up the LeBlanc, hopefully they do, and oh, it's a bit sad, but I think it should be okay. He flashes, he has ult, does he? Oh, he already ulted, my bad. So they do pick him up, he is here, just heal up. I probably he gonna W the wave, I assume, for a better wave clear, or? Does he W? He doesn't really W the wave yet. Maybe we should QW the wave so he can recall faster, or get the plates faster, no? Because if you are recalling anyways, you know, at this point you could then use your QW faster, so so we get the wave just slightly faster in, you know, but it's not the end of the world, it's not really too big of a mistake. I do believe, because of the giant belt, it does go for Radiant Virtue, so it's kinda like aiming to get some extra healing done, right, when he ults. Beside of the ones that he already provides, so Zeri, Yone, all of these main characters like Jax and all of that will stay alive of course, and the more they are alive of course the more DPS they're gonna push out, which is really good of course to protect Zeri, to protect the Yone and all of these high damage champions. Does he ward Drake? He doesn't really ward Drake yet. I think he will ward Drake right now, or I think they are doing Drake, so arguably could have spare the control ward for Drake, but so he does position quite aggressively, and he's also getting those Qs off. So just to be clear, Q works against like jungle monsters, so you can actually heal your teammates when they're doing Baron and all of those objectives, which is kind of good to have that extra sustain, because you're gonna have it every like 7.5 seconds. So they're looking for a force dive. Now in here if he had Oracle it would be a bit nicer. Oh, he does have Oracle, it just wasn't on. So take an Oracle this area to see if it's warded or not. So he actually does walk in completely just to check if, of course, you know, what are they doing. So if they are not showing up, or if they are showing up, you know, depends. So he placed this ward down. This ward is really smart. None of the supports usually do that. The reasoning behind that is simple. So Talia can see, should I leave? Are they hovering around this area till a period of time? Then they're gonna show up when I left. So she can like decide, should I leave? Should I gank? Should I leave? You know. And so in this situation particularly, that was a good ward. She had this item. In my opinion, it's kind of bad that she went for that. Now in this situation, it was super useful, but overall, it's bad that she went for that item because the thing is, if you're behind or even, she's a bit more behind right now. It's not good actually to go for this lethality build. Like the point of Umbral Glaive and to rush sort of these lethality items like Duskblade as well is to snowball as hard as possible, get that Q upgrade of course. But the issue is that the only AD ability you have is your Q, which synergizes with lethality. Now I get it with Duskblade, of course your AP dealing ability is also synergized because it deals like percentage amount of damage, which doesn't matter if it's AP or AD. But I think if you're even or behind, it's not that worth to actually go for that. Especially if you see like your support is not playing too well, so likely we won't just turbo come back in the game. Then it will be definitely not worth, because the issue with Kai'Sa is her Q splits up when there are multiple champions around, and her W can get tanked by a just a simple killing. Oh, he wasn't tanking. Oh, I think Zeri messed up the dive, so he should ban allowed Rakan to tank. But my point is just that like if they have some type of like tank champs that can tank those type of abilities, you know, then our damage will be kind of diminishing, and into this comp she does actually need some extent of DPS. So in here I think Zeri went in a bit too early, like watch. Watch. So she did basic attack, but the issue is she E'd in too early. It's just like a teensy bit of a mistake from Zeri's part. It's not Rakan's fault, but watch. So she did take aggro the Zeri, watch. So she Q'd her and she E'd in. She didn't wait. She didn't walk back a teensy bit to drop the aggro, then Rakan gets the aggro on him. She instantly walked in with E, ult, all that, and yeah, I mean, what happened in here is that it got awkward because Rakan wasn't tanking, you know. But also Alistar could be possibly around or someone, so that made also the whole like situation, the whole thing way more risky, right? But he's hovering around and he's trying to get the tower done because she's kind of low, so he wants to sort of disallow the Kai'Sa to pick up the CS. Does he get ulted though? He does get ulted. He does W out after. He does flash his W. So that's good because now Kai'Sa had no. She had ult, but she didn't really commit in because I guess like she was kind of scared that it's a mind game. So Talia ults in if she ults in, right? Maybe he's gonna get collapsed. He won't get collapsed on. Yeah, it's a bit sad. Oh. Alistar popped out of nowhere. He misses his W accidentally. Yeah, I think he's setting up the Zeri for a good all-in. Good Q. Good. Oh. Ooh. Maybe? No? Yes. This one kill. Maybe Yon can clean up. No, not really. So Dayon is kinda strong. He actually has oddly this item, Storm Razor. It gives him some speed and some damage, but I don't think so. Is it better than Kraken? That's the question. I mean, it has a little more AD, right? Like 15 more AD, less attack speed, I think, and I think it's just worse, you know. Like I seen people building this Storm Razor on Yon, but I think it's just actually worse than Kraken, no? At least like DPS wise. DPS wise is always worse than Kraken. Maybe he brought it because they have squishes and he kinda wants to have extra sidestepping power into LeBlanc, I'm not sure actually. But they have lots of point and click stuff overall in the enemy teams, I'm not sure what's the mobility for really, right? I don't think so it's better than Kraken, but I've seen people building it around, but I don't know how to feel about it honestly. Oh, he does ult in. Ooh! Oh, he should have stay for one more basic. He didn't calculate in the heal from Kai'Sa actually. So like one more swing, basic attack swing would actually kill him. Oh shit. Oh, okay. I mean, look, guys, if this area is protected, it's pretty much GG. She just needs to be protected, basically. Oh, holy, she's getting caught. Okay, so let's see what will happen. Top lane is just CSing. I mean, look, guys, like in here, I think he's just dewarding. Pretty much, he's just looking to CS. No, he's just checking if he can recast safely with Oracle, right? Do you guys notice that in these days Riot Games likes to add like a long range ability on an AD carry on their W? Like Zeri has a long range W, Kai'Sa has a long range W, Jhin has a long range W. Did you guys notice that pattern with AD carries? That every time there is like a long range W? Okay. Okay, good. Oh, and watch, look, this was really smart on his part, which a lot of Rakan players wouldn't do. So he actually, watch what he does, he ults in, he doesn't W's the Alistar, which is already dead, he W's the Kai'Sa because he's looking for a multi-kill. So look, he doesn't W's, he knows he can walk in. So he just simply does walk in there, right? He connects his ult. And what happens, he W's the Kai'Sa, right? Because the main target is Kai'Sa, so one charm is enough to kill Alistar, right? And his main focus is right now the Kai'Sa, which they didn't manage to pick up, of course, but they tried. Oh, he's just getting one-shotted, sadly. Yeah, he gets kind of one-shotted by the enemy team, but it's a bit of a problem. I think he doesn't go some defensive item second, cause Zeal, I don't know what he built it into, but it kind of looks like he needs a shield bow Heartbreaker to survive the on, because like we saw the damage, right? And that will even hurt harder and harder and harder. They will hurt harder and harder and harder. And if Yon doesn't match it with some defensive stuff, it will feel like he's just getting wiped. Rakan does like have something to protect him. He will have Radiant soon, but probably not enough. That's the issue these days. So much damage in the game. Oh my god. Like AP LeBlanc is also a problem, guys. Like she does so much damage with the AP build. I was like, yeah, they're gonna nerf AD LeBlanc, but AP LeBlanc is so annoying. Like for real, he's so strong. He does tank for no reason, because they cannot kill him anyway. He has ult, right? It kinda looks like he's tanking for no reason. No hate, but that's what it looks like. Oh, he gets a good all-in on him. So that's a good amount of first strike value, right? Almost like a cannon. So he didn't manage to reset the poor Kai'Sa. Zeri, I mean, my bad. Yon picks the kill up. But that's good, you know, like they still picked up like some degree of kills, like 3 kills for 2. I mean, that's like okay, but oh, the LeBlanc. The LeBlanc does so much damage, yeah, it's insane. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. Yeah, like LeBlanc has one item, by the way. She doesn't have like Rebel on second, and she doesn't have Shadow Flame, Witchbane, whatever she builds. She went for Cosmic. And she already kind of like one shots at one item, right? So that's what the interesting thing about LeBlanc. Because they buffed the AP version of it, right? And that's nasty, right? Like I always said, you know, like okay, like let's say like AD LeBlanc is not. I mean, it's still sort of an issue if you go for mana flow band or presence of mind, but it's really about like AP LeBlanc also just like carries snowballs, wipes people, pressure so much. Like I think a W mechanic is a bit broken, because she can go back for 4 seconds and she has like 2 of those, which is very annoying. She has also like bunch of chains, of course, which can be annoying if you're a melee champion. Like melee champions know what I'm saying. They really know what I'm saying. And you don't have point and click stuff into LeBlanc, you know, point and click CC, which sucks if you don't have something like Lysandre or something, you know, like anything really that sort of point and click locks her down, because then she kind of does whatever she wants to, you know, because like most of their CC either doesn't hit like a Talia W, or like they don't have too much point and click stuff, you know. So then it's very easy. Like they don't have a Poppy, so if LeBlanc is not countered, she can do quite a lot. Okay. I don't know why do I get so tired. So what's going on right now, guys? I'm just like staring at this Rakan gameplay, but there is just like blatantly not much that's happening. You're gonna set up some wards, you're gonna look for some collapses right now, I assume. So his build is, I think it goes Redemption, Radiant into Redemption, Turbo Defensive, with some damage on Redemption. He's looking for his level 11, I suppose, as well, because that's 100 more damage, a bit more charm. He's looking to collapse on Olaf, but it doesn't look like it's a good idea. No, I don't feel like he should even hover it, because it's just Olaf, it's just so bad to collapse on Death Champ, no? It just feels to be so awful, no? Let's see what does they do. What does they do, my bad? So Olaf ults and he gets out, but Olaf without ult is kinda worthless in teamfights. He's not too great, so that's like a big give up, of course. Okay, so what happens here? Ooh, Talia gets ulted spicy, but she's Anya's. So Rakan does ult, and look how he ults. So he does charm the guy, but he holds into his W, which sort of pressures their backline away, because he has W. So he charms the V outwards, right? We see that, And then watch out what he does. Let's see what does he does. So that's like one of the key things, watch out for how you ult and how you W in teamfights. So he pulls out the guy, but he still has W, right? So he can sort of go in for an engage, but sadly Olaf does flash. Wait, he didn't flash. Who flashed? I guess no one, he just walked out. And they managed to pick up a buy, but his W went a little bit off. Let's see if he could then do something slightly better. Let's rewatch it. So he does charm the guy out, the buy. And so he's aiming to sort of get to peel this area, I assume? I'm not sure, he kinda wanted to. So he tried to hit the Olaf, but he missed it. So it will happen that you miss a skill shot. So he ults. What if he instantly, like in here, he pulled her out with ult and W? Like, would that be okay, guys? Sari is a bit busy with Alistar. Because I can hear he try to eat Olaf, he tried to eat the Jax, of course. So maybe just aiming here in the front line, like these two champs, like wouldn't it be a bit better? Because hitting Olaf with W, does that do something? Because it looks like this is where the follow-up is. Let's say hypothetically Olaf doesn't slightly walks out of his W and he's inside of it. These are the ones that Talia can kill really and Zeri, not really Olaf under tower, because she can't really reach. And these people will anyways block her Q. So maybe the idea itself to W Olaf, that's kind of like tank a little bit as well, was a bit bad in here. So probably he just got a bit disoriented on what to do in teamfights, which can happen. So probably he should ban him to like focus what his of course like his allies are also focusing, because his focus went a little bit off. So let's skip to the part where we are actually watching his gameplay. Let's keep skipping. Okay, so let's see what does he do. Does not words. What does this even mean, does not words? Sounds like something in Greek or not Greek, in Latin, I don't know. It's weird. Ooh! He almost got killed. So that was a spicy sidestep. So he gets W'd by LeBlanc. Does she get much? Ooh, extremely well played on his part. So watch out how he ults again. He ults the guy and then he W's to make it a very consistent all-in. So even though we all know that LeBlanc goes invisible, right? When she reaches 40% HP, of course. But here's the thing: everything Talia has, she doesn't have to basic attack. Everything she has is actually AoE, you know. So the thing is, it actually doesn't matter if she goes invis because she's stagnated in the same place because of Rakan stun, right? But if it's a AD carry you have around, maybe you don't wanna do that, because if she has enough time to go back to her W after your CC and all that, then it can suck. But I don't know, I don't suppose in here he had enough time, did he? Not really. Not really, because she got chain CC'd as well, huh? Okay, that's good. But good to know thing about this Knoxa for 1 second, this of course charms for 1.25. So, and LeBlanc's like W lasts for 4 seconds when she can teleport back, of course, right? So either like you have someone that can actually deal with his like invisibility and has AoE damage or follow up CC so she doesn't W's back, or you wait enough and then you all in the LeBlanc when she hasn't got the possibility anymore after the chain CC to sort of disengage, which means if you add together the 1.5 seconds charm and of course the W knock-up, you're gonna get 2.25 ish plus W from Talia if it's combined. So you gotta wait a teensy bit and then you can all in. If you don't wait a teensy bit, even if Talia chains up her W, I think it's just not enough, probably. Probably it's not enough to sort of disallow her from doubling back if she's tank enough, LeBlanc, but if she's not, then that's fine. So let's see what's going on in here. But they are sort of looking for an all-in. They are looking for an all-in. So good W. Huh? They're just peeling, you know, engaging basically. But at this point, the game is pretty much over, I do believe. Ooh. Kai'Sa managed to pick up the own. But at this point, like, Zeri is so super fed, while at the same time she has a lot of peel, that like the goal in this matchup is just to scale, because you guys gonna scale better than Kai'Sa, and of course Alistar if Kai'Sa goes for this build. So it's kinda like if you're scaling, you're fine, but if you're ahead, that's like so good, you know. That's like so good. Okay. So let's see what happens. There will be like a final fight in here. I think there will be a final team fight apparently. And that's like pretty much it. Very much they're just setting up vision, I think, denying vision with Oracle, and he's looking to peel and to engage. I think that's his point actually. So his point is right now to peel. So watch out, so teamfights can get a bit complicated with Rakan, especially if you have no W. So right now, look, Olaf has ult and all that. Of course, the other guy is here, Vi, and they're ulting the Zeri. So right now he's rushing to peel Zeri because she's the DPS of the team, of course. So if you keep the president alive, you know, then what's gonna happen? She's just gonna kill everyone. That's what you should aim to do, like mainly peel. Depends on the situation, but you wanna mainly peel the Zeri. Can of course like balance engaging and peeling as well. So I think you need a slow landing, right? I think they're slowly end the game. They're dead, and yeah, I think they're just slowly, yep. So GG, definitely well played on his part, and I hope this will be educative for you guys as well. If you, of course, if you have anything to discuss about this gameplay, or perhaps to add something to the subjects, definitely feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. And if you would like to see similar coaching type of content on my YouTube channel, then definitely aim to subscribe. That's it for now. Have a nice day, guys.